Welcome to Think Big, where we turn life lessons into stories. Negotiations are a part of life. Whether it's buying a car, asking for a raise, or making a deal, there's always a delicate dance between what you want and what the other person is willing to give. But what if you could use a few simple strategies to get more than you thought possible? Let me tell you about a real-life negotiation that shows exactly how that works. Meet Alex, who had been working for a tech startup for a few years. He loved his job, but there was a problem. He felt undervalued. His responsibilities had grown, but his paycheck hadn't. His company had just secured a big round of funding, and Alex knew it was the perfect time to ask for a raise. The question was, how? Instead of going in with demands or ultimatums, Alex decided to approach the situation with strategy. He remembered that successful negotiation isn't about fighting for your position. It's about understanding the other side and working toward a solution that benefits both parties. And that's exactly what Alex planned to do. He started off with tactical empathy and started listening what was going around. He knew that his boss, Sarah, had her own challenges. The company was growing fast, and managing the new workload was a strain. So, when he walked into the meeting, he didn't dive straight into numbers. Instead, he asked about the recent changes in the company and the challenges they were facing. By doing this, Alex wasn't just making small talk. He was showing tactical empathy. He let Sarah explain her perspective, which gave him a better understanding of what the company needed and what constraints they had. It also opened up an opportunity for him to subtly show how he had been contributing to solving those challenges. As Sarah spoke, Alex used another powerful tool, labeling. When she mentioned the stress of onboarding new hires and managing increased workloads, Alex responded with, "It sounds like you've had a lot on your plate lately with the expansion." This simple statement did two things. It made Sarah feel understood and showed that Alex was paying attention to her concerns. When you label someone's emotions, you validate their feelings, which helps build trust and rapport. In negotiations, trust is everything. Next, Alex used mirroring. When Sarah expressed doubt about giving raises during a time of heavy spending, Alex simply repeated the last few words of her statement, heavy spending. By doing this, Alex encouraged Sarah to expand on her thoughts without pushing back. Mirroring keeps the conversation going and helps you uncover more information. It also shows that you're engaged, making the other person feel heard. And sure enough, Sarah opened up more about the company's financial strategy and how they were balancing growth with profitability. Now came the critical moment. Alex knew that directly asking for a raise could trigger resistance. Instead, he framed his request as a no-oriented question. He said, "Would it be ridiculous to consider revisiting my compensation given the additional responsibilities I've taken on?" This question was genius. By framing it this way, Alex gave Sarah the chance to say no without feeling defensive. And, as expected, she didn't outright reject the idea. Instead, she paused, thought about it, and said, "It's not ridiculous, but we'd need to look at the budget." Finally, Alex knew he needed to get Sarah involved in finding a solution, so he followed up with an open-ended question. "How do you think we could structure something that works for both of us?" By using the word how, Alex invited Sarah to collaborate on the outcome rather than feel pressured. It shifted the focus from whether or not he'd get a raise to how they could make it happen. In the end, Alex's approach paid off. Sarah not only agreed to a raise, but also offered a performance-based bonus that would increase as the company grew. Instead of just splitting the difference or settling for less, Alex walked away with more than he initially expected. because he focused on understanding, listening, and crafting a solution that worked for both sides. The moral of the story? Negotiation isn't about fighting for what you want. It's about carefully listening, using empathy, and asking the right questions. The next time you're in a negotiation, don't rush to split the difference. Instead, use these tactics to get the result you want, without the tension. Because real power in negotiation comes from knowing how to make the other person feel understood while guiding the conversation toward your desired outcome. Share your negotiation stories with us in comments below. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe, and click on bell icon for more videos.